I'm about to start a fun series for you today. Now, a lot of us tie with feathers from a ringneck pheasant. A little less common, but just as cool, is this golden pheasant. Now, these things are about $10 for a skin, so it's a pretty good buy in the fly tying world. And there's no dry fly material in here, but you can get lots of feathers for your streamers and wets, and then plenty of aftershaft feathers for your fuzzy nymphs. And I just picked up 5 extra skins to give away here on the channel. But there is a catch. If you win one of these, I want to ask you to come up with an original pattern using the materials in it and send me a picture of it so that I can tie it for the channel. Name it if you want or not, but if you do, just keep it clean. Now, if you want to participate and you're in the States, which, sorry, I've got to do that, but it would just cost too much to send one of these $10 skins to somebody overseas, just leave a comment. Anywhere in your comment, put GP. In a couple of days, I'll go to the random comment picker and pick 5 tires to send these skins to. And the first one I just came up with today. Now, it's nothing special, kind of a sleek little streamer because I fish a lot of small water with light tackle, and I have no idea if this thing's even going to work, but it was fun to come up with. So there's one in the vise, the first in this Golden Pheasant streamer series. Nothing too fancy about this, but it is a kind of sleek little pattern. And I'm going to tie it on a size 8. This is a 6X long limerick bend streamer hook. Let's pinch that barb. And if you care about these things, this is a Daiichi 2340. And I'm going to use a black thread. This is 140 denier. Just go ahead and lay a base down to the start of the bend. And the first component from this golden pheasant skin, just one of these yellow feathers from the middle of the back. And I'm going to just take, this is our tail. It'll be nice and gold, kind of. And one feather you can probably get 3 or 4 tails out of it. So let's catch that in. And if you want, you can put a wrap up under it, kind of prop that up a little bit. I did that on a couple, but I don't think it's necessary, really. So let's just go ahead and snip this off and then take our thread all the way back up front. We'll catch in a mylar tinsel. And this is a medium, gold on one side, silver on the other. I think a medium is about a size 14, and I want the gold showing, so I'm going to catch it in with the gold toward the hook, so when we flip and wrap it, we'll be looking at the gold. So just catch it in somewhere up front, then loose open wraps going to the back. And with my thread up front, I'm going to catch in about 8 or 10 inches of a black floss. So just give us a flat little body. I'm sure you could use a black yarn here, it would look fine, but it would be a little fuzzy and not completely flat. But let's go ahead and catch this into the back. And now just wrap this black floss up. I'm not trying to build a bulky body, I'm just trying to really make it black. So you can let this lay pretty flat as you wrap it up. Okay, when you get up front, go ahead and catch it off. And like most of my flies, I really don't worry about a perfectly smooth body. Certainly don't have one here. I got a couple of scraggly strands sticking out. But one of the cool things, you can hide a lot of this with your rib. This medium rib is, it's kind of fat. It'll hide a lot of imperfections, but go ahead and wrap this up, evenly spaced if you can get it, and as close together or as far apart as you want them. Okay, let's catch this off, and how about that? You can't even see most of those little scragglies. You can see one of them, but we can live with that. All right, couple wraps to secure that. Now let's snip this off. And the second component from this golden pheasant, one of these blue metallic body feathers. We're going to wrap this as a collar hackle. So prepare it like this with a little tie-in point right there. And it does look a little metallic blue when you're just looking at the whole feather, but after we wrap it, it's really going to look kind of blackish. but with just a hint of blue. So I think that's kind of a cool look. Now just wrap this up and try to preen them back. Some of them are going to stick out a little bit unwieldy as we go up, but I want long fibers sticking back, kind of a long swept back looking look to it. Now a couple of tight wraps. This stem is thick up here, but it's still a little bit pliable, so we can squish it down with some tight thread wraps before we snip it off. And now just pull all these back and work on a little head here. But we're not done. We've got one more component before we finish the head. And we're going to tie a topping in with one of these reddish feathers from the kind of the body off to the side. And we'll lay this right on the top. If you can get it kind of curved down, I think that looks cool, but I wouldn't worry if you don't. Just pinch your hook and the feather here, do a little pinch wrap right here, a couple wraps, and take a look at it. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. So a couple more wraps right here to secure this. Now let's just build a big streamer head here. Quick whip finish. Now drop a head cement and we're good to go. Now this one is not quite as sleek as the one I had in the vise at the beginning. I like it a little bit sleeker. I got a little bit of that feather stem showing right there, but you know what? I think we got a decent fishable fly and this thing's going in my streamer box. So that's it, my friends. I appreciate you watching. Y'all take care and we'll see you next time.